to the channel. Today I wanted to kick off the channel by doing a tour of one of my favorite builds that I've done so far, which I actually built this sometime last year, I think. But it's this little summer camp build. Now, I have it placed on this lot in Windenburg, the one on the island, but I originally built it for like Granite Falls. I even called it the Granite Falls Summer Camp. But you can place it in Granite Falls, but it's not gonna work as a summer camp necessarily. I actually made a household to live on the lot, which consists of an older woman who kind of like in my mind owns the summer camp herself, and then there are 6 teenage Sims who are the household is called the summer camp crew, so they're like the camp counselors. I've only ever been to summer camp like once when I was very little. I was maybe 8 years old, so but I remember I just loved the vibe, and I thought with summer coming up, like, this is a good time to show this off too. I have it posted on the gallery, which I can link all of that in the description, but yeah, let's get into it. This is the main building, which has like the dining hall and the bedroom for the older woman, Willow, and the upstairs has a first aid area. I thought that would be good to include. I wanted to try to make it as realistic as kind of I remember it being. I can get some little lights going on in here maybe, so it's not as dark. I know I played with it a little bit, and I always do auto lights in like all of my games that I play, just because I feel like that's realistic. So when I go through and build mode, everything is so dark. So let me do that real quick. Okay, that might be good enough, maybe. Okay. So yeah, here's the dining hall. Now I have this food serving station. I don't know if it works. I don't know if you have to like hire someone for that. And then there's a kitchen in here. It's very... Oh, I can get in if I can. Okay. Yeah, very nice and cluttered. I love a cluttered kitchen. Or just clutter in general. That's like one of my... I think that's the only way to decorate, is just over clutter everything. But that's just me personally. Clutter and then plants everywhere. And then here is the bedroom. Now I swore I had a rug in here, but I don't know where. I do use a little bit of custom content, like I know these mushroom picture things here are custom content, but I don't really remember. Oh, I thought her name was Willow. My bad. Her name's Celeste. One of the summer camp crew girls' names is Willow. Yeah, just very simple. Not too much going on in there. And then upstairs has the first aid, which I think some of this stuff is from like cats and dogs or something. And then I don't even honestly remember some of this stuff. Like maybe debug. Yeah, definitely debug. I don't even know. Yeah, I love like a good realistic clutter and just making like the very fine small details. And then there's like a little bathroom in here, nothing crazy, but oh, and I am definitely not the best at roofing. That's just something that I think I've definitely gotten better at as I play, but I definitely struggle with roofing sometimes. But that is the main building. And then if you look like over top, I know there's so many trees, but this is kind of like the girls, I guess, section, and then this is like the boys section for, because I guess I don't know how most other summer camps are. Like I said, I've only been to one in my lifetime, and I'm from Kentucky, so they definitely had things separated. But the bigger cabins are the cabins for the I can't believe I'm blanking. The camp counselors. The bigger cabins are for the camp counselors, and the smaller ones have like 2 beds each in them for the kids. So I haven't tested this out, but I do think you could make this like a small business and have the summer camp crew, or make your own crew, I don't really know. You could have them be like the owners, and then set it to like be for children, and then the activities, you know, sleep, or I don't know, do outdoor things maybe. But I really like this entrance we got going on here, because you come in through the front and you are immediately greeted by their mascot, which I don't even know what this guy's called, it's not gonna lie, but he's so cute. I love the lighting. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Okay. But the outdoor area here, I wanted to make sure there was like plenty. Oh, and then I put like lightning bugs and mosquitoes everywhere, because that is just, you can't be outdoors without the bugs. So had a little swing set there, and some tables with a grill. The porch has chests, and then I think over here I have, like knitting and crochet, cross stitch, yes, over here. And then this table has like arts and crafts. I remember my experience with summer camp, we did a lot of things like this, so like crafting, and I love this friendship bracelet making thing, because I feel like that's the perfect summer camp craft for kids. Then a little lunchbox with it looks like one of the kids left their homework. Then a little lunchbox with a picnic basket over there, and then if we go to, and then right behind this guy, what is his name? I have no idea. Ranger Stanley. Right behind Ranger Stanley we have a little sprinkler, which I think got a little bit moved actually. There you go. Some of these water balloon buckets. I liked this little gazebo with the arts and crafts little tables on them. I thought that was nice. And then a basketball hoop. Sorry. I keep forgetting the names of words, which I did just wake up, not going to lie, like a few hours ago. But it is 3:33 on the clock. That's the life of a third shift person, I guess. So we have the basketball, and then on the boys' side, I included the horseshoe pit. And then they also even have like a dartboard on the side of the counselor's cabin. And then I can show you over here real quick the bathrooms. So for the actual like bathrooms, I just used one of these, but I thought this actually looked like it fit so well together. I don't know if you've ever been to any areas like this, but I feel like they're common where I'm from. It's like bathrooms or like the shower houses where there's not necessarily a door, but it's like a privacy hallway kind of deal, and then you go in, and then it's like the showers. There are no curtains. I know that's probably, but I feel like that's like realistic to like what at least I've experienced before. So like no curtains. So this is the bath hall. A little like bird feeder out front too. I wanted to include a few of those just to like have as much nature stuff around. I think I also have on the girls' side I have a, what is it, the like the rabbit, like the tree stump. So I wanted to include like as many little nature things and like to get as much, I guess, wildlife into the scene as possible. think put a little woohoo bush here, and then I'll show you this too. So this is like the little secret going around this way. Oh, and then oh my gosh, yes, I made this, which all these mushrooms I like placed individually, not the ones on like the tree stump, but like the ones you see around, placed them individually and like sized them down to give them variation. And those are like in the debug menu, I think from Cottage Living. It has to be Cottage Living. And I thought a little mushroom ring would be like so cute. I love how that turned out too. That was really fun to do. But so yeah, this little path behind the bathhouse comes, and this is definitely more so meant for the teens, not the kids. But, and you know, I definitely should add a campfire for the kids, because I don't think I actually have one. So yeah, this is for like, you know, at the nighttime when the camp counselors have like put their kids to bed and like, you know, they've had a long day of doing kid activities. It's like they go sneak off to their little bonfire and they have, you know, their teenage time. They just hang out. I have in my camp crew, which I'm gonna give an introduction to them after the tour. There are, like I said, 3 boys and 3 girls, and in my head, you know, they're kind of like into each other and they're friends and stuff like that. So it's very like dramatic, but I imagine just like very good times around this campfire. They have like a keg, and then they even have like a woo bush back there. Like a cooler and s'mores, very campfire. One of my sons loves the guitar, so have to have this one with the tent on it. Obviously, the outdoor living. It's perfect. And I love all the little details I put into it. Like I raised this cup up a little bit so that it looks like it's in the cup holder of the chair, and all the little bottles around, and you know, just the little details I love so much. But that was for kind of like the teen hangout area. Going back through this way, I think, okay, so when I originally built that, this was like leading, because I built it in Granite Falls. This was leading to like a fishing lake area, but placing it on here, I mean, I think you still can go down here and fish somewhere. It's just a bit more of a walk. Oh yeah, you definitely can. Yeah, so down here. Oh, and then they have a bigger bonfire. That's awesome. I do not play on this lot much, but this leads back through the camp, and then before we get into the cabins, which this is so disappointing because it does not, you know, it's an electronic, so it being outside, like, it gets broken quite a bit, but I wanted them to have, like, and you know what, I could actually replace this with, like, the bonfire if I wanted to, but, like, you know, a nice little movie night or something, with all, like, the different chairs and, you know, things that they would bring with them, put up, with, like, a little popcorn and candy section over here. But yeah, this could easily be replaced with like a bonfire or something for the kids, which I also have this placed behind it because I was like, yeah, you can kind of like switch them out, or like, you know, just interchangeable based on whatever you want for your game in that moment, you know. And then this is more so for I can't believe I forgot her name again already. My memory, that is one thing, my memory is so bad. Celeste. Okay, so this little area is more so for Celeste to plant things, and just, she's like a green thumb, so this is like a little planting area. And then if we get into the girls section, just like a nice little, oh, I love it. So I wanted theirs to be when you meet the girls, you'll understand, but like, it's so just nice. I really liked the idea of them having, which I know, I liked the idea of them having towels to lay out on, which I don't think they're getting much sun with how many trees there are around, but you know, still nice to just lay out and about in the wilderness. I recently went camping for the first time as an adult, which when I was little we would camp all the time, but it's like you don't have to worry about what you're bringing to go camping. Your parents take care of all of that. But I went camping as the first time as an adult, and I bought a hammock because I've never been in a hammock before, and I can't stop thinking about it. It was like so relaxing. But anyway, so this is the girls' camp counselor cabin. That is interesting to say. Camp counselor cabin. Is there a better word for that I'm just blanking on right now? Maybe. So on the inside, they have bunk beds. Even though there are only 3 of them, I thought the bunk beds were still pretty nice. So they have their bunk beds with a lot of their clutter. Like, in my mind, they have just come in, they haven't really like unpacked too much or not too worried about it. They want to, you know, get outdoors and get things going. But they made their cabin look really homey, you know, nice and very chill. All of their like pillows and bags and suitcases on the ground. They have their record player and some board games. Nice little fireplace area. I thought this was really fitting because, you know, camp counselors with their like megaphones or whatever, so they can get everyone's attention. And then I included like this nail polish. I have, from the memory of my one time going to summer camp, I remember all the girls in my cabin sharing their nail polish, and like passing it around and picking out colors for each other, and it just being really like a really nice moment. I don't know if I placed that. No, I did not. Willow's leaving her drinks on the floor, I guess. I'll just put that there for her. Yeah, nice, another little like friendship making thing, because in my head, like in my mind, these girls are all like very close, they're friends, even though they are quite different. It's just very nice vibes. So we have Samara, and then we have Willow and Jordan are our girls, and then they have like a little game table outside that I forgot about. These smaller cabins I did not put too much into. I did make sure each one, because they are pretty much cookie cutter, but I made sure each one had different like suitcases brought into it, just for like it to feel more realistic with like the kids coming in and moving all of their stuff in. Very nice. Oh, and then back here is where the rabbit home is. I almost forgot. But that is the girls' side. And then going over to the boys, this is the counselor cabin here. A couple of chairs and like a cooler out front. They also have like one bike. And then there's it's just a lot more messy and kind of chaotic. They're also pretty close. But it's just like the vibe, I guess, that I pictured for them was kind of very chaotic, you know, just out here to have fun. They don't really care about like cleaning up. They're interested in like being in the outdoors and then like hanging out with the girls and doing things like that. But so see they've got their clothes everywhere, football, and like their sports things. They've got like the open cans of food and stuff like that. So we've got for the boys Finn Mertens, which if you get, I guess. If you know, you know. Darian, and we have Garrett for the boys. And then it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing for the boys' side, or the kids' cabins. Didn't really do too much. I just put a bunch of different suitcases and things in, so it felt more alive, I guess. Oh, and then the telescope, which, very nice. But I believe that is everything actually we have for the summer camp. I actually forgot to record an outro, so I'll do that real quick. I think I'm going to make a separate video doing an introduction to the summer camp crew. I feel like this one's already long enough. But thank you all for watching my very first video. Thanks for bearing with me as I get used to editing and everything. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!